How to become truly successful. This week builds on last week's blog where we started to look at that blueprint, the new definition in many ways of success, based on a foundation of vibrancy, of health, of energy, of happiness, for want of a better word, and how positive psychology, the genius science behind well-being, is shining the light on this new blueprint of success. It's leading the way through research and evidence-based studies that are actually proving what I think I stumbled upon 7-8 years ago myself, that actually when you get healthy in body, in mind, and optimize your happiness, for want of a better word, or your well-being, the chances of you becoming traditionally successful, i.e. reaching a certain level in your career or a certain level of income or having nice stuff, whatever that is for you, the chances of that happening are exponentially higher. But they're not the be-all and end-all. They're the cherry on the top, because actually the ultimate goal that we all seek, in truth, is happiness. You know, I've worked with some of the best performers across many, many different genres, from entrepreneurship to athletics to broken trading. All of these different law, all of these different types of genres of work, vocations, wonderful parents. And ultimately, when you strip it back, you get to the same place. Everyone ultimately wants to be in a place where they feel happy. Massive general term, but you get the idea behind that. That sort of vibrancy, their meaning, their purpose, their energy, their health, their love, their connection. All of those things that bundle up into that big happiness generalization. That's what we all seek, yet we struggle to find it based on that traditional model of success that too many people are following, and too many people are getting it wrong, in my opinion. It's just my opinion, backed by science now, which is pretty cool. But here I am, I'm trying to redefine this. The last post we built on that, which was all about this new blueprint of success that, again, is grounded in happiness and vibrancy and energy, and the cherry on top is traditional success. Because here's what happens. For most people, we get stuck. You know, if you think about it, if I asked you right now just to list a few things that you'd like from your career and your life, and you was to put them in like bullet points. Number one, you'd probably say you wanted to generate lots of income, right? Number one, that's sort of quite high on a lot of people's traditional success lists. It's like, let's just make some money and then we'll be happy. Ta-da! Number one, right? Then you might want to be the best that you can be in your business. You might want to be healthy and vibrant in your body. You might want to have healthy relationships. You might want to enjoy the process, and ultimately you might want to be happy. And what tends to happen is people get obsessed with number one and try and leapfrog to the end result. It's like, let's generate some money and then I'll skip all that bit in the middle, don't worry about that, because then I'll be happy. Right? And this is where we're tripping up culturally on a mass scale, because that bit in the middle, that's all important. You know, nurturing relationships, getting healthy in body and mind. And again, the science is playing this out. So here's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. I've been researching those outliers, because they are outliers. You know, there's lots of people that research successful people, but the truth is that's easy. It's easy to research successful people. There are squillions of them. You know, just go and look on the internet or pick up the books or listen to the podcast. They are everywhere, telling you exactly how you can be amazingly successful just like them. But how many of them are genuinely, truly healthy and happy? Right? That's a different game altogether. It's like, oh, I didn't actually think of that. I was just going for the success thing. And the success thing traditionally means they've got nice stuff and they tell you how to be brilliant just like them and earn a fortune and live a life of luxury. How many of them actually show you how to be happy first? And how many of them have even thought about that themselves? And how many of them are even happy themselves? Right? This is the massive cultural trap that we keep falling into. I'm not interested in those people. I don't care what they're doing, because I don't really believe in their version of success is success. It's not for me, far from it. I want to study the outliers, the people that have become traditionally successful, career advancement, achievement, loving families, wonderful things, made a difference to the world, and done so with their health, their energy, their vibrancy, their happiness intact. They're the people that I want to study. And as luck would have it, in many ways, that journey took me on a path towards positive psychology, the science behind well-being, which actually supported that notion and these ideas of this new blueprint of success based on happiness and health and vibrancy. Because here's the truth. What the research plays out is that those people that become successful often do so because they've become happy and vibrant and energized first. So all those people out there telling you you can be just amazing like them if you do X, Y, and Z, they've got it completely wrong if they're not talking about optimizing your sleep, looking at the way you move your body, looking at the way that you eat nutritious food, looking at your connections, looking at your relationship with alcohol to remove it or reduce it. These are the things that make a difference. And this is where I've settled on the 6 streams of positivity, or the 6 skills, as I call them within my Office Athlete course, which I go into much more detail in my book, Let's Do This, by the way. But these are the 6 streams. And the reason I want to talk about these 6 skills, because this is the foundation of everything that I do. I use this as my guideposts many, many years ago to sort of reach this place, I believe, of optimizing happiness first to achieve in a traditional sense. And it's these 6 skills that we need to focus on. And when I talk about these 6 skills, these are the simple things in life, right? And that's the most exciting thing. It's not that you have to do all this super duper amazing stuff to achieve a certain level of income or do all these amazing things necessarily in the world. Just get on top of the basics. And when you get on top of the basics, that well-being, that energy, that vibrance starts to flow. And from there, you're much more likely to get into that place that you've probably been dreaming of getting to anyway. And the 6 skills are these: optimize your sleep, eat a quality, nutritious diet, move your body on a daily basis, recover and rest and replenish like an athlete, reduce or remove alcohol, and nurture quality connection. All of that stuff's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, right? But often completely overlooked as we charge towards traditional, let's work incredibly hard type milestones. We ignore those 6 things. You know, how many of us, yourself, myself included, are doing all of those things, are optimizing all of those things, are sleeping really well and optimizing that sleep, have removed or reduced alcohol, and moving their body every day, are eating a quality, nutritious diet, are nurturing quality connection, are genuinely recovering like an athlete, building rest and recovery into your day. How many people are doing that? Not many. But here's the secret: if you can start to focus on those things and optimize those things, you can become truly successful. Because guess what? Out of that cauldron of goodness, of wellness, comes that vibrancy, comes that smile, comes that energy, where you start to become happy. You start to raise that happiness bar, maybe from a 5 to a 6 to a 7 to an 8. I've done this myself. You know, I speak with 100% confidence, having been through this process myself, having witnessed hundreds of thousands of people make behemoth of change and all the wonderful things that flow from that when they connect in with these 6 skills. It's huge. And then inject into that the science of positive psychology. The research is there to support it. So it's time we started thinking differently, and that's the exciting thing, that you're on this little adventure with myself. So I'm just trying to give you a window into my world so you can connect with the fact that when I'm out there doing my lives every day, or I'm doing these blogs, very often they're coming from this foundation. I'm talking about sleep, I'm talking about connection, I'm talking about movement, I'm talking about nutrition, I'm talking about rest and recovery like an athlete. They're the themes that I keep replaying over and over again, because I know, grounded in those things, if I can help you get into the mindset that they're the most important things, they're the things to focus on, rather than that traditional like income, work hard, income, and actually start thinking about optimizing all those things. And work hard, don't get me wrong. And caveat central, by the way, I love ambition, I love people working hard, and I love people achieving stuff, whether that's income, whether that's career advancement, whether that's doing amazing things in the world. I'm fully optimized to do all those things. I love doing those things. I champion those things in the right way, and the right way being to nurture those 6 skills first. That is the gift, hopefully, of today's blog in many ways, is to get you sort of aligned with where I'm coming from, so you understand where all of this is sort of generating this energy from, is that it's in these 6 skills. That is what I cherish, that is what I try and nurture on a daily basis, and I know if I get on top of those things, the rest is cherries on top, whether that's income, career achievement, or doing wonderful things in the world. It all comes from this foundation of well-being or happiness, for want of a better word. So just to leave you a little gift, as I always like to do, it's a book by a guy called Paul Dolan, Professor Paul Dolan, who I really admire. He's got a fantastic book, several books, but his favorite, or my favorite book of his, is Happiness by Design. Happiness by Design. Even that title says it all, right? Happiness by Design, Professor Paul Dolan. And in that book, it was really insightful for me. I read that book about 6-7 years ago, and it started to make me realize that I could design my well-being, my happiness, and from that place, leverage into optimal performance and achieve all of this stuff as cherries on the top, not the be all and end all. I didn't have to anchor my happiness on a future I'll be happy when. It was like, no, get happy now. And that book is a seminal book. I think it's a fantastic book. It starts to give me the insight, and you the insight that you can design your world to be happy, and from that place leverage into traditional success if that's what you wish. Cool, I'm going to wrap it up there. And don't forget, I'm live every day around 7:45 a.m. Do come and join me. Please share this with your friends and in your groups. If you enjoy these blogs and enjoy these videos, it makes a huge difference to me. And make sure you tell your friends to register at www.andyramage.com, because there's going to be some big announcement coming up about some courses and groups that I'm putting together that you might be interested in, and your friends and your groups might also be interested in. So if you could just share the love, for want of a better word, I'd be truly grateful. Have a great day. Enjoy.